People are talking about you. How can they decide? You are the decision maker for your life. If you want to do something, you do. Why do you want to stick to those words? Youngsters who are planning for their career, let them plan for the cybersecurity today. Because whether it is health sector in hospitals, we want the cybersecurity. Whether it is IT, manufacture, automobiles, which sector is there? Any sector in the world needs a cybersecurity today. If you trust in God, there will be a message for you saying that if He is testing you with a lot of difficulties, that means He's trying to see how strong you are first thing. If you are strong, He'll give you the success. If you're not strong, He will say, okay, you be there as you are.
Hello everyone, Yelrigu Namaskara. Welcome to the brand new episode of Real Celebrity Podcast, where you hear the real stories of women who made it. Powered by C. Krishna Chetty Group of Jewelers. And today we have yet another extraordinary woman who's going to share her story with all of you. Our real celebrity today has chosen a very unconventional profession which is not so common in India, at least not for women. She is an anti-terrorism specialist, cybercrime specialist, and so many things to speak about her. An entrepreneur, a motivational speaker, and a woman who definitely can inspire you. So without any further delay, let me welcome Shubhamangala Sunil. Hello ma'am, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yes, so the first time I'm seeing you in a sari today.
Obviously, it's a pride to be an Indian, especially a woman in India, and our attire, Indian sari, obviously I love to.
That's amazing. Yes ma'am. So when I heard what you do, anti-terrorism specialist, it's a very new term. It's not a very common profession anybody would choose. So what's this all about?
As you know, today the world where we are living, I'm very sure we are living in the virtual world. You talk to anyone, the first thing they are going to ask you is saying that, what's your hashtag? What's your ID? So that is where we are living, because initially we used to ask saying that which area you are living in, which country you belong, which street, which domicile, all those things. But the first thing what we hear today is asking what's your ID, what's your hashtag, what's your Twitter ID, all those nonsense. I say that yes, this virtual world has acquired so much that we started living in here, and somebody to secure there is very much needed. And to be very frank, when I started, I didn't know that cyberspace is going to acquire our world so much, because I started my journey almost like 23 years now, 23, 24 years.
Okay.
So at the time when I started, initially it was onto the hardwares. So I was very fond of the devices. So whenever I used to see that it's a computer for the first time, I said like, oh man, it's computer. It's going to send an email. So that is where the fascination was. I said like, okay, it is going to send an email. So that means the moment I send a mail, it's going to be received by somebody on the other corner of the world in minutes. I'm not talking about the seconds, because at that time it used to take a little while. I'm talking in 90s. So I said, fantastic. So how does this work? So then I said, okay, fine. To learn that, I need to start somewhere. But coming from a middle class family, it's not an easy task again.
Yes.
Fee. So when I spoke to my dad, he said, Dekho beta, just one thing. Paying the fee for school and college is a big task for me. And paying another secondary fee for your hardware or something else, whatever you are talking today, I think it's going to be a little difficult. I said on the first day, I said, okay, fine. I said, I'll be okay with that, and I adjusted myself. I made my mind, okay, I'm good with whatever I'm having today. Then after some time, when I was doing my first year diploma, I got a call from Indian Institute of Hardware Technology, which we call it as IAST. A lady from the other end, she said like, Shubha, you have got a discount and you have been selected for the hardwaring training, blah, blah, blah. She gave me all the explanation. She boosted. She said like, you are the first girl to be chosen for the IAST with all the discounts and everything. Again, I started chasing my dream. I said like, I came back home, I spoke with dad, I fought with him. I said like, no, I want this. Then he said, I need at least 3 months. I said, 3 months? He said, yes. I need to apply for my PF. I need to get that 18,000, because 18,000 was a big amount. Get that 18,000 and pay the fee for you. I convinced the IAST guys and I got the admission. I started my hardware training. So I completed. Then I understood world is big in the cyberspace, because not only hardware, there are so many other things to learn. Then I understood networking is there. So I started with that. Then, as you're my good friend, you know that I met with a major accident. So I was just a halfway with my hardware. I met with a major accident. So it was something like where the world challenged me, saying that Shubha, the space for you in this world is enough. You have to say a goodbye and go. So that was the place where I was sitting in Nimhans for almost 15 to 20 days with my head injury, major head injury. So after that, doctor declared, saying that okay, fine, now probably she might get conscious, but once she gets the conscious, we can't assure that she can remember anything. First thing, she can't see because her eyes are bleeded, her ears are bleeded, so she can't hear, she can't see. So probably we can see her at least talk. So that was the situation. But with God's grace, once I woke up with that condition, slowly after a month I opened my eyes. When doctor started asking me questions, saying that who are you? I said, I'm Shubha. Then he asked, do you know where you are? I saw that it's been written on the blanket saying that it's Nimhans. I said, it's 2 stops from my college. He was surprised. Which college you are from? I said, I'm from Gauzia. I said, is that so? Yes, Gauzia is 2 stops from this. He was so surprised. He said, like, how come she remembers this? Then I said, I don't know, but I know that this is 2 stops. Then he said, okay. But I had a lot of challenges to face. He said, I will be on bed for at least 1 year, because I had a lot of multiple complications, medical complications and all. And he said, like, going college is like something you have to forget. And my dad also was convinced. He said, okay, forget, at least she's all alive now. Let me see her alive. If she's not getting up from the bed also, fine, that's fine. She's going to be alive, at least I'll see her. So with that condition, I was there on bed for almost a year, where I missed my college and everything. They had a lot of conditions saying that you shouldn't have the mirror at home, because she has multiple stitches on head, no hair, lot of other complication on the face. So they had the same practice at home. Then things went on. But the people who came home, they started convincing my dad in a wrong way. They said, like, she is a girl, she won't get married, there is no life, you need to just give her some 2 times food, you have to take care. I think that is all you can do in your life. These wordings put me on a thought, saying that why am I getting the decision from somebody who doesn't even know my strength? And somebody is talking to me saying that she can't get up, she can't do anything, she will be on bed, she is going to be a dependent to her dad and mom for the lifetime. What's this happening? I took a little while, but I had my granny for blessings. She gave me that moral support. She said, like, people are talking about you. How can they decide? You are the decision maker for your life. If you want to do something, you do. Why do you want to stick to those words? So it pushed me a while. It took a lot of strength in myself also, because even though I trust God, even I felt like He won't help me at that time, because condition was that worse. Then I said, okay, fine. With all the courage, I spoke to my dad one day and I said, like, I'll go to college now. He said, what's wrong? With your medical condition, you can't go. But I forced him. I took all the courage again and I spoke to college, and they also said, okay, you come. After 1 year, I again started my college. I finished my college, examinations, everything. And that is when I got the opportunity with Madam Shankuntala Devi, one of the known personality in the world. So I was her assistant.
Okay.
I was working
How did that happen? Like,
it was, I can say that she had put in an advertisement saying that she wanted a personal assistant to take care of her shows, her system and blah, 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 all those things. So at home, I saw that advertisement. I just gave a call. Luckily, she picked it. And I spoke to her for a minute and she asked me, Shubha, tell me your date of birth. I gave my date of birth. She said, give me a daytime. She don't wanted any of the profile. I said, like, ma'am, I can come and give the hard copy of the profile and all those things. She said, don't worry, Shubha, I'll call you. Then I thought, why she will call me? Because she is such a personality. Why somebody is going to select me without a profile also? Then I said, forget it. Surprisingly, after 2 days, she called me. I still remember the time. It was somewhere around 3:15 in the afternoon. I was just lying down after my lunch. She called me. She said, like, yo, Shubha, you've been selected. From day after tomorrow, you're going to join. I said, like, what? There's no profile, nothing? She said, no, I just calculated your date of birth. I know that you are someone who will do something in the life, so I want you to work. Then I said, Probably she's just boosting me because she wants me to work. So I started working with her. I got a lot of opportunities talking to the people, understanding the world, because I started traveling with her. So with that journey, I got my first pregnancy a report saying that I'm carrying for 3 months when I was in Mumbai. And I spoke to my family. They said like, at this period, we don't want you to travel, so why don't you come back? Again, I came back and my life was put back again because my first baby. So my daughter's birth was in 2003, October 31st. So then after that, I thought, okay, fine. Again, I have come to the same place back where I can't start
up
and down back, and I'm settled there. After 1.5 months of my baby's birth, I was like literally depressed. I was not speaking to so many people. I was not happy with what is happening. People thought that it's a girl baby. That's the reason her reaction is that. But once my husband spoke to me, I told him like, see, I wanted to do something. I started something, and again, I came back to the same place where I started. So what should I do with this? Should I consider my baby as a priority and start with my life, what is happening, or should I try something else? He said, see, having a baby is a blessing. No doubt in that. And such a beautiful girl baby, it's a blessing. But if you want to do something, try with a baby also. So when my baby was 1.5 months, I again started working with emphasis as a security head for the Citibank on the credit cards. They call it as a fraud early warning. So where we investigate on how the frauds happen, how the cards fraud happen at that time. So I was with the Sunshine project. That is when I started with it. Then I understood cyberspace is very big. So whatever I have learned, it is not even the pre-KG. Then I started building up with the several certifications. Then I started targeting on saying that yes, cyberspace is huge and I have to learn. So I started with my couple of certifications. I got into other companies.
What all certifications?
As you know, it is more than 78 certificates now with all the technical stuffs. Then I started doing my BBA. I did my BTech. I did my MTech. Then I started pursuing my PhD. Then I understood cyberspace has different branches in it. So that is when I said, okay, first priority is technical because I love technical. And then I started being the trainer also, technical trainer also. I partnered with international partners to be the trainer in several places. And I started training in every corner of the world on the technical part. Different devices, different concept, technologies. After picking up all these things, I understood law is something which is important. So then I jumped onto learning the cyber law. I got registered on the distance learning for cyber law. Then they said that they have to have the presence, that is the online classes, offline classes, mixed hybrid, everything was there. So I started doing my cyber law. I got through that. Then I said like there are so much in the cyberspace which we have to understand because cyber world is being booming every day. And today you are seeing that without the cyberspace we can't live at all. Down the lane when in Singapore, I got an opportunity. They said like, Shubha, you are a cyber lawyer, you are a technician, you know how to do the forensics because you are a forensics expert from Ireland. So you have all the qualities. We want somebody who can go ahead and understand what the terrorism is in the cyberspace because that is the major platform today. So how do you think you can go ahead and equip and all these things? I said like, are you surprising me? They said like, no. Then they gave me an opportunity. They said like, why don't you go ahead and get the certification done on the anti-terrorism? We want you here because you understand the cyberspace, you understand the technology, you know the law, you know how it is happening onto the core to the system. If you open the system also, you know what is happening inside. So from end to end, you know. And if you could help us out in the terrorism, that is on the CATS, we call it as Certified Anti-Terrorism Security System. So they said, why don't you get in here? I said, is it going to be something physical and as well as the cyberspace? They said, you will be trained on both. You have to get trained on both. One is mentally how you have to secure yourself. Then they suggested you need to first go through the NLP first, neuro-linguistic programming, because you have to do a lot of mental activities when you are at the terrorism. So they had put me on to training, then I finished my NLP. Then I understood how to mentor yourself first. how to put in yourself in a position to understand who you are, why you are, what you can do, what is your strength. So all those things got built up in me with the help of that NLP. Then I said, this is fantastic. Then they said, not only that, there are many other trainings. Then they had put me across to other trainings where they were the ladies, especially. I was so blessed. I had the ladies who had gone to Afghanistan under the terrorism trainings, who had actually met the terrorists, who had actually fought with those people. They trained me on how to control, how to have your mental power in the place, in the position when you are not able to control all those things. What are the things? Because whenever it is a terrorism, they actually target your mental system first.
Right.
They will not harm you with any of physical things. They will try to tamper the things on your mental pressure. They will try to see that how they can go ahead and manipulate that, how they can go ahead and say that you are mentally weak now and you can't take it up, and we tend to take the decision from their end. Right. So they said you have to get trained all these things. So I went through that training. Then we had a lot of other trainings which I can't discuss at this position. So we got the training done. After the training, they said like how each cases will be handled, how we will be a part over there, how we can be a help in the time whenever it is necessity. So that is when I started working with the team. But that's a fantastic journey anyways. And as you rightly said, people always had one set in mind where they used to give me gyan. Initially, after having with a lot of high-end employers, because I was with the JP Morgan also as a security head. I quit my job. I started my organization. Initially, first comment I got was saying, Shubha has gone mad.
Shubha has gone mad.
Seriously, because why somebody will leave a job from JP Morgan and start her own job, first thing. Second thing, cybersecurity. Why somebody will need a cybersecurity? Because my organization was started in 2012. So the first comment was saying that, why will I need a cybersecurity as a common man? Or why the government needs? Because government itself, they will secure. So that was a comment. Initially, I thought, did I make a mistake by quitting the job and doing something? Then I said, okay, I'll try for 6 months. Then again, I'll get back to any of the job, I'll get it, I'll get back. But later it became a challenge. I started facing a lot of challenges. People said that you need to go for the investors, you need to get the investors, you have to invest the crores together, then only you can run a company. All those suggestions, I got it from all the corners. I said, okay, I'll accept the suggestions. At that age, I was well trained, and I seriously can't thank how much for that NLP training. I was well trained. I said, okay, whatever you are giving me the suggestion, let me take it. But my decision is my decision. If I'm failing, that's okay, I'll take it up. If my life is made to fail, I'll take it up. I don't mind, but I want to try this. Because they had challenged saying that no girl has tried it, and why you want to try it? I said, when no girl has tried it, I want to try it so that I will start this track, so that there will be somebody who will fall into that. Because why only men can do it? Is this something only men can do it where women can't do it? That made me lot of thoughts in my mind which started running around in nights also, where I never used to get the sleep, saying that why they say that it's only meant for men.
So there was nobody when you entered this anti-terrorism space or a cybercrime space, there was no women.
No woman, and I didn't had any role model where I can go to someone and get the suggestion, saying that because I come from a family where I don't have any businessman who can guide me, saying that, okay, this is how you have to run an organization, this is how you have to register, this is what you have to do, all those things. It was something like I started it and I started learning together. Learn and execute. That was the model I was supposed to handle. I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. And lot of challenges every day, saying that money shortage, there's everything used to be there, because running an organization is not an easy task at all.
True. Right.
So I started doing that with a lot of hiccups, and here and there I started with, but every time whenever it is a training, I used to go to different countries. The first thing I used to see is saying that, okay, it's a girl, first thing, that was a reaction, and the second thing is Indian. An Indian is going to train me. That used to be their attitude. I said, come on, You challenge me on the technology. You challenge me on the topic what you have given, not on the concept saying about the sex, saying that you are a girl or you are a lady and you are an Indian at the end of the day. I said, I can't take it up. Because first 2-3 trainings which I started in different country, that was the first reaction. I said like, come on yaar, how to take this? Because it's my country pride, what I'm carrying. I can't give up there, first thing. Second thing, they are challenging me as an individual again. So that was another journey which I faced. So that was something good because they challenged me. That is where I learned. Every day I used to be so prepared saying that you ask me the question, I'm ready now.
Right.
Because I used to get all the experienced guys who used to sit in my training saying that 15 years, 20 years experience. So they used to challenge me with a lot of questions, a lot of technicalities. I used to say, okay, I'm ready. You go ahead and question me today. All those things I faced in different countries. In India, I didn't expect that I'm going to face the same thing. I came to India to train a couple of organizations, government. There also I started facing the same thing. I thought at least me being an Indian woman, where we say that all the women in India are being respected so much. I didn't get that. Even in India, I started facing the same problem. Compared to the other country, I face more issues in India. Whether it is a project, whether it is a training, they had a benchmark saying that it's not for a lady. She can't win it. Especially, let me tell you, when I picked up my first Navy project, we trained the Navy and Air Force. The first challenge I faced was, yes, you are a woman, you are coming to train the Army and Navy. So is this going to be your cup of tea? I said, okay, let me pick it up. And they said like, you have to go through the tenders, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay. Then they said, you are going to have the technical interview where you have to pass that. Then only we will give you. I said, okay. So they made sure that we are not carrying any of the gadgets, phones, nothing. We have to sit inside the Navy office where there is nobody apart from me. All the commanders surrounded me and started shooting out the questions like, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do this? What is the structure you are going to build here? How you are going to do this for the training? All those questions. Anyways, I need to thank the Navy team also at that time, because all the commandos, whatever the questions they asked, they also had a confidence saying that yes, one of the women in India has to start this here. So I need to thank them there, because they also pushed at the end of the day. After asking the question, they said like, no Shubha, we want you to do it.
Nice. Amazing.
So apart from Navy, in India, I saw the challenge. Today, I feel that being in India, that is nothing like being in your motherland. You feel so safe.
Right.
But now I am having that confidence and other strategies in the mind saying that how to pick the project. But initially I felt like, why I'm born as a woman or a girl?
So that was the question which...
Yes, because being in India, I felt that this is my motherland and I'm safe and I'll be supported. But that was not the case. Being in India, being a woman is a challenge. So a lot of things came in, but God's grace, yes. Preparing yourself, presenting yourself and expecting zero is what I started learning.
Nice, that's interesting.
Because I used to prepare, I used to present myself, I used to execute whatever it is required, but my expectation used to be negative only, because I know that
whatever comes in, it's okay. But I'm not going to bother about the results.
Exactly, because the day when you have that expectation in the mind, especially when you have done so much of hard work, obviously your mind and heart will not allow you to do the next one. My biggest challenge was balancing between my heart and brain.
Right, that's quite a challenging job.
Because thinking the business through the brain and taking the things as a result through the heart was the lesson which I learned.
True.
But it is supposed to be the other way around.
Right.
I'm supposed to take the result through the mind only, not through the heart.
Correct.
But learning that, it took almost 20-25 years for me.
I have some very, very good rapid fire questions because you have big numbers to speak about. So how many years have you been in this space of cybercrime and anti-terrorism?
23 years now.
23 years of experience.
Yes.
At what age did you start looking at it as an opportunity in the space of cybercrime?
When I was 20, 19 to
You were
20.
20.
19 to.
How many certifications have you done so far apart from your regular degrees like your M.Tech, B.Tech and other degrees, the PhD and all of that? What are the other learnings and certifications? How many certifications have you done so far to get where you are today?
I have crossed more than 80 now.
80 certifications. And how many degrees?
BBA, my diploma, B.Tech, M.Tech, my PhD, and the doctorate I got. And it's going on, my anti-terrorism.
Okay, so 80 now, and how many more?
Probably I'm thinking now onwards, I'm planning to have it at least another 100 in
Another 100?
100 in another 5 years.
How many countries have you so far traveled for trainings?
Most of the countries I have traveled apart from Pakistan.
Okay. How many countries in
I'm a United States ambassador from Anti-phishing working group.
Okay.
So my responsibility is to take care of all the countries in Asia. So usually I travel there. Apart from that, almost all the countries I have traveled. A couple of 2-3 countries which I have left is one of my favorite, that's Norway. Yet to hit there. And I think 80-85 countries I have already reached.
85 countries.
I have already.
And all of these places, have you gone to train there?
99% training.
99% training.
Training or business.
What do you train and whom do you actually train?
I train on cybersecurity.
Okay.
Whether it is a concept, whether it is a certificate or a product. We call it as a product for the devices. So I train on that, and I train for the corporate people. I train for the Army, Navy and Air Force, irrespective of the country, whichever the country. So they will fix up the training and they will message us saying that where I have to train to which team.
Perfect.
And most of the time we keep it undisclosed. We never disclose whom we train. We just give it as a random, saying that Army, Navy of different countries.
So now we know what you train. A lot of us watching this and a lot of audience watching this may not know. Even I think cybercrime, though the word is very fancy and people know, we get there only when there is an emergency, or we get there only when there is a need. Otherwise, we don't even bother to understand what it is. At least we should know about it. So if you want to share a few things about why understanding the necessity of cybercrime is, I think that will really help our audience.
Yes, of course. Is there anyone who doesn't have a smartphone today?
We all.
It's
All of
something
us.
like it's a part of your body today. So what is it doing? It's exposing you to the cybercrime world. So whether it is your payment, what you're doing, whether it is your transaction, your commitments, your travels, your storage of your data like your videos, audios, pictures, whatever, so today it is. Everything is exposed to cybercrime. One or the other way, criminals are using those things. That is your property, which has been used by them, and they are making money. And they are putting you into a situation where you're going to suffer. Mentally, economically, and whether it is with the other attached like your career based or whatever it is. How are you going to secure? You need to know about it.
Right.
When you start, I say that at the age of when you start giving the phone to your kid, start training them what is a cybercrime. Start telling them what is the cybersecurity is all about. Because if you want to say that I don't want to worry about the cybercrime, then stay in the world where you don't have the net connection, that is internet connection. Okay. I don't know which country has that as of now, because recently we have hit into moon with Chandrayaan 3. There is no internet as of now there, so we need to start living there. Because wherever we have the internet, there is a crime. Wherever we have a
What are these crimes like? If you have to be very specific, what's the majority of crimes?
We see financial based crimes.
Okay.
Where they want to make some money, where your transaction is being sent to somebody else, where you are losing the money, where your photos, videos are being sold somewhere else, where your data is being sold. Probably you might remember somebody will call you saying that, sir, I want to give you a loan. Where are they getting your numbers? How secured is your data? Who is securing it? So how much you know about it? So that is where I say cybercrime is huge, and for the youngsters who are planning for their career, let them plan for the cybersecurity today, because whether it is health sector in hospitals, we want the cybersecurity, whether it is IT, manufacture, automobiles, which sector is there? Any sector in the world needs a cybersecurity today.
And going forward, the need of cybercrime specialists is going to keep increasing. It's not going to decrease anytime.
100%. I had spoken to government also regarding the same thing. I said, like, Today we have so many unemployed youngsters. If we start giving them the skills on the cyberspace, we can go ahead and provide the employment for all those youngsters, first thing. Second thing, we can secure our nation.
Right.
Because nobody is planning for a cyber army. I do love to welcome all these people.
When do you think a parent in India would say you become a cybercrime specialist or an anti-terrorism specialist over telling, I want to see you as an engineer or a doctor? Will it ever come true?
100%. Let me tell you, I can say that an example also. I have the youngest hacker certified at the age of 9.
Wow.
Who has been certified with the other 4 certifications today. And he started training at the age of 11. Today he is 18 and he will be completing his 18 years in November. And he started his organization called Zenesture International Private Limited 4. And he has made his mom and dad as the company directors, and he has started his LMS where it will be launched in this October.
So this makes me and gives me a strong reason to believe that India is changing, isn't it?
100%. Because see, we are trying to put the things on the youngsters because they are our future. If you start putting these things onto your youngsters, they will understand what their future is and what is that they need to do. Because if I tell them like, okay fine, I'll train you how to do the candles today, how to do this, which is the very old style. I don't say that don't teach them, but there is the opportunity for them to build their own career in this present world of the cyberspace. So show them that. When do you show? When you know it. So as a parent, you know it first. Because all the youngsters, they want to do the hacking. But how can they become a hacker? It's a big question. Nobody is going to give a job to any hacker.
Right.
Whom are we looking? We are looking for the defenders. We call them as the defenders, network defenders. So we are looking for the defenders. So train the guys, give them the skills. Talk to your kids. Tell them like the cyberspace is huge today. So learn, get the skills in that and see that how good your career will be. Because we have seen all the youngsters who are in the different countries with the cyberspace, well paid, well respected, are Indians again.
Amazing, amazing. That's a real good fact. That
because so many people, they don't know that they have gone to the other country for the jobs. Because in India they are not finding the jobs. They are,
okay,
but they are not able to figure out where.
How many students have you trained so far?
I think I have crossed more than 10,000 plus now.
More than 10,000. And if somebody wants to choose this as their career option, where to begin?
They need to start with the basics. Very simple.
Where do they go for the basics?
They can talk to us. They can talk to Go Cybex anytime. We do train to the colleges. Now, actually, I have built the syllabus for National Law School also for the cybersecurity. So, whenever it is onto the cybersecurity, every time it changes with the syllabus. It's not like 5-year syllabus what we build. We build only 6-month syllabus. Usually, it keeps on changing. So, they can start with the basics. Basics remains the same because it is the starting foundation what they need to get. We call it as networking basics. Once they are thorough with it, then they can start switching into the cyberspace, like being the product specialist, being the audit, because today I'm also an auditor, cybersecurity auditor. I do the cybersecurity audit.
What all you do?
Right now I'm handling the audit to our own Karnataka government now. I do the cybersecurity audit to them, especially for the power grid. I take care of the power grid audit because cybersecurity audit is something which is mandatory for any organization today. So any ladies, especially if they feel that they can't take up the technical things, because they feel that whenever it is technical they can't take it up, they can choose auditing. Cybersecurity auditing is a fantastic domain where they can become a cybersecurity auditor. They will be well paid. I can say that it is something going to be a blessing for them because it will be project wise what they can do it. So cybersecurity auditor, they can become the trainers, they can become the consultants, cybersecurity consultants to do the small projects. So when you talk about the cybersecurity, the projects are huge and the space is huge.
The opportunity is huge, the career. I think it's become more welcoming now for all of these unconventional professions. It's just that you need to go and hunt of it and you need to I think people like you are creating awareness. So ma'am, tell me, what all are you doing right now? Like what is that you actually do right now?
Right now, I'm a cybersecurity consultant where I sit as a consultant for a couple of organizations and the government. I'm also an auditor. I also take up the cases where I'm a cyber lawyer, where I do assist them how they need to take it up with their cyber cases. As a trainer, which is my very loving profession, I do train. Whenever it is a high-end training, I take care of the training. I build the syllabus with my experience, and apart from all these things, I built a women cyber security cell, which is 13 years old now, where we are helping through this self-funded NGO round the globe for every woman. If she feels that she is a victim, we are there for her.
Right.
With the hotline number, we are there. So we are assisting her all the time, and we are giving the skills on free also.
That brings me to a question like, however forward we go and however empowered we feel, there is still that out of 10 women, 5 women face the issue of sexual harassment and cybercrime of people using women's photos or fake nude photos and, you know, kind of pressurizing or torturing women with having their nude pictures or anything has increased in a very huge way, right? So, I mean, women who are strong can, you know, somehow face it, but there are a lot many women who can't even voice it out and they suffer, suppress themselves, and that can lead to anything. So what's your message to such women? How is that, what is that step they got to take?
First thing is, there is no need to get panic in any situation when it is a cybercrime. If somebody is harassing you through Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever so it is, need not to panic. There is a solution, first thing. Second thing, please talk to your loved ones, whether it's your mom and dad, lecturer, friend, whoever so it is. Don't take a decision if you're not an expert. If you want some help, yes, you can get into our women cyber cell, we can assist you. Or if you have the police station nearby, please do report. Because the harassment, whatever they are going through, I can understand what will be the pain. One is posting their pictures, posting the videos, bullying them. So a lot of things will be happening. Talking to the right person is the first step they need to take.
How is that anybody can reach out women's cyber cell?
They can reach out to our hotline number. I'll provide you the hotline number. They can reach out to our hotline number. It's open 24/7. They can message us, they can call us, they can get the assistance from that. Then if they feel that it is something which is going to be a problem for their life, they need to seriously talk to the police immediately, because that is also important. And talking to the loved ones is like mom and dad, sister, brother, whoever so it is. That is important.
I think the social media life is very exaggerated today.
Exactly.
Earlier we wanted to travel because we want to travel. Earlier we wanted to go to a restaurant because we actually want to go there. Earlier we wanted to buy a dress because we actually wanted to wear it. But today we want to buy something because somebody else is already having it. Today we want to travel somewhere because somebody has gone it, we've been influenced by it. Today we want to become something because we just see someone who's already done it. In a good way, it's amazing, but isn't it influencing in a wrong way, and is it also leading to a lot of crimes and a lot of issues? What is it?
Yes, I do accept on that, because in today's world, you can talk to any of the kid today. It doesn't know how many cousins he or she has, how many aunt, uncle she has, what is their name, which is their house, where do they live. But you ask them something on the Facebook, they will be able to tell, because they are living in the virtual world. And parents, I feel that they are not taking the action against this, saying that yes, they have to go ahead and talk to the kids and put them to the real world that is on the virtual world. They are not taking it so seriously, but it is leading to the cybercrime today. Mentally, they are building, I can say that, as you rightly said, I want to go out because somebody else has gone. I want to have that life, or I want to have that person because she is having it and they both are happy. But they don't know that even that couple, they fight behind the scene, behind the video, behind the picture, whatever is taken. They both are seen smiling in the pic, not exactly in their life, because they both are also fighting. They are not able to understand the real life. They are only seeing those pictures, videos and updates, and they are building their own way of things in the mind, saying that yes, I want to do this.
What's the solution for these mindsets?
Live in the real world. Live in the real world. Talk to real friend. If I say that talk to your friend, they
Don't
will pick up the
compare.
phone and try to call. No, go talk to a real friend, because that is when you will see how good the humans are made.
So one thing that is very common that I've realized with a lot of women achievers like yourself that I've spoken is that there is such a deep steep that they go through. There's one point of a time in their life that they feel that this is the time that it's all done and dusted. So I mean, they go to an extreme extent that they feel everything is over, and then they raise like a superstar. And I think that tragic incident what you were speaking about, the huge accident that you met which actually got you to the deathbed, and how you rose above that made a huge difference. So what is your message to such women who are facing a lot of difficulties, and how is that they can come out of it?
Very simple. If you trust in God, there will be a message for you saying that if He is testing you with a lot of these kind of difficulties, that means He's trying to see how strong you are, first thing.
Right.
If you are strong, He'll give you the success. If you're not strong, He will say, okay, you be there as you are. First thing. Second thing, when you feel that you're a mom for someone, you're a wife for someone, you're a daughter-in-law, you're a daughter, everything, but what are you for yourself? Do you have your own self-identity? Today I say that I'm a cybersecurity expert. If I don't have this identity, I obviously would have said that I'm Mrs. Sunil, I'm Samruddha's mom, I'm Singda's mom. No, that's not my identity. That's my relation to this world and the people who are living with me. But what is my identity?
Right.
How the people are going to remember me when I'm not there in this world. So what is that I'm going to create? Because God has given me a chance to be a woman especially, which is a blessing, to be in India, a blessing. Then why is that blessing is given to me? That means He has something in His mind saying that yes, she can do something. And He's giving the difficulties to say that, okay, if she can cross all these things, then she can get into something called success.
Absolutely. I think it's good, it's universe law that, somebody who's going to become successful, the universe is going to test to an extent where he's going to see, beta dekh lo, I will see to what extent you can take it. And that's when he'll be like, okay, she is ready to take this much of a struggle. I think this girl has something amazing within herself.
Very true.
And she deserves something big.
Very true. Because anything, as you rightly said, whatever you wish, if you deserve it, you will get it. When do you deserve? When you go through all these difficulties.
So you're tested to the extreme, right?
To the extreme, yes, I accept. Sometimes I blame myself saying that why it's me always. Then I try to convince myself saying that it's me because He likes me.
Right.
God likes me. That's the reason He is testing me.
I think those are the phases where it makes you feel like, okay, I can overcome this. Probably I can do anything. Right?
Exactly. And once you try to recall saying that when I have crossed all these things, what's next? Let me be ready. Because if you are not facing it, then you are not ready for the life at all.
Absolutely. So that brings me to a final question of this conversation, this amazing conversation with you. Women like you who have done exceptionally well in your chosen field, a field where no women had done it before, and you're doing it, and you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for the country, you're doing it for the world, and you're also passing on the legacy, which is amazing. But what's your message for women who want to choose unconventional career opportunities like these, and what do you have to tell them?
Very simple. Do something who has not done anything, because you will be setting the path for the rest of the world, first thing. Second thing, if you are following somebody who has done it already, then you are not inventing anything new. And when it is a challenge for a girl or a woman to do, or woman to enter in that domain, please do it. Because let other girl or a woman, let them know that it is also easy to get into any domain today. Because anything you wish will be done if you have the desire in your heart. As simple as that.
Absolutely. And your final message to all those aspiring women watching these videos and these interviews, aspiring to achieve and who wants to sit in that place of being a real celebrity in your future?
everybody is a celebrity, especially if it is a woman, she's a celebrity, because I know that how much she will be struggling to be in the position where she is today, whether she is working, whether she is not working, whether she is a homemaker, whoever so it is. Only thing is, you have to come out of your life, whatever you are doing, and try to see what you want to be.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
With that, we come to an end of this amazing podcast interview, Real Celebrity, Women Who Made It, brought to you by C. Krishna Chetty Group of Jewelers. And that brings me to tell you that today we are wearing this amazing jewelry.
Yes.
And ma'am, how do you feel about the jewelry
I
that
feel
you're wearing?
amazing. This is a very nice jewelry. I just love the design.
Right. And to know more about what we're wearing, there's a description in this video. Do check out the links, and do visit C. Krishna Chetty Group of Jewelers very soon and get your jewelry on. Right? So thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much, ma'am, for making time and coming here. I feel really good, and I really wish a lot many young women choose unconventional careers like these and make a difference in the world.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And stay safe and stay secure. As simple.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon with another exciting episode. Until then, stay tuned. This is Real Celebrity, Women Who Made It, powered by C. Krishna Chetty Group of Jewelers.